Ooh. Long time no see. It's been like a month. It's been like a whole month since I have done a video. But yeah, I am going to go get hot dogs. I gotta go to the ATM first. But I was like, you know what? Why not update you guys? And trust me when I say there's a lot of shit to update you on. So first and foremost, I went to Six Flags with my brother. I'm not gonna say what Six Flags it was because that would give away my location. But what the fuck? I used to be so intolerant of any sort of like rides. Like I've been to Six Flags before. Not since I was like really little. I was like 6 years old. But there is a picture, actually a few pictures, of me with my dad getting ready to go on the kiddie coaster. And then once I got on, I was panicking. I was crashing out. I did not want to be there. They had to stop the ride early. I've always been that bitch. I've always been that bitch. And they had a new roller coaster that I went on. Ow. They had a new roller coaster. And I went on it. I passed out like 3 times. It was my brother and I. He was fine. And after it was done, it's a very short coaster. It was only, I don't even know. It felt like 30 seconds. And I was like, that was fun. Let's do it again. If that shows you how much I've grown at all. So yeah, I went to Six Flags. I also went to the county fair 3 days ago. I went to the county fair. Went on Scrambler, the swings, because you have to. The Ferris wheel, also because you have to. I went on the Alpine Express, which is like that music ride that like goes really fast and you go in a circle and sometimes it'll go backwards. One of those. And then I went on the one called Crazy Dance, which is like, it's the one with like all the weird wall art on it, where you sit, there's like a board with seats and then you just go like this. That was fun. And then it goes the other way. And then there was a part where I was like, okay, that's enough rides. I wanted to go on the Trabant as well, but I didn't because I was too tired. A friend and I, we went on those rides together. We got a bunch of food. I got pizza, I got a blue raspberry slushie, ice cream. She's got celiac disease, and we found a gluten-free food stand. That is crazy. We need more gluten-free stands. I'm not gluten-free. I don't have celiac disease. I probably am lactose intolerant, but I don't care. I still eat ice cream all the time. Yeah, I pet some sheep, I pet some goats, I pet an alpaca. Those alpacas are so cute. There was a sheep with dreads that I named Jonathan. Loved that sheep. So cute. And we were only there for a couple hours, and then I was like, yeah, no, it's time to go home. Because, like, you know, you can only go on so many rides before all the adrenaline, like, picks up, and then you're like, okay, I'm going to throw up. Let's stop that. So I hit my limit at, like, 5 rides, I think, at the fair, and then at Six Flags, I only went on, like, 3. But, yeah, it's 93 degrees. It is dead ass in the end of July. I am fed up with the heat. Also, I had a stalker experience actually with an old patient of mine. Sweet old man. I'm not going to drop names, obviously, but sweet old man at first. Then he found me on Facebook, and he just non-stop messaged me. He was like, if you were my girlfriend, I would kiss you and tell you all this stuff. I'm like, oh, okay. He tried video calling me, and I tell him, like, please stop. And he's like, oh, you don't have to be so bashful. I'm not being bashful. I'm uncomfortable. You're pushing 90. I'm almost 23. And you're basically telling me 15 different ways you want to bend me over. Stop. The old men creep me out so much. They creep me out so much because this is the shit they do. I'm not, like, I'll be honest with you. I tend to go for men that are a little older than me. Capital L, little. You're in your 80s. I go for men that are like 30 to 40. Because, you know, I'm sure they're ready to settle down, and so am I. I've been ready to settle down since I was like 17, but I'm not settling down with you, boo. I don't want anything to do with you. And I'm not the only nurse who did that to. He did that to another one of my coworkers who works night shift, but she's like my mother's age, so she knows how to handle it a lot better than I do. I ended up writing out a long message saying, like, you're a nurse for 2 days, buddy. I'm not into you. I'm never going to be. Settle down on the advances. If you're friendly with me, sure. Stop spamming me with messages, please and thank you. And then he didn't message me for like a good 2 or 3 days after that. And then it was just the same shit over and over and over and over again. To the point where I had to get my mother involved. She sent him a message through my account saying, "Hi, this is Sadie's mother. She's a really sweet girl. She's trying to be friends with you because that's just who she is. But you are making her really uncomfortable. And when she's uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable. She's new at nursing. I've only been a nurse for 1.5 years. And she hasn't quite mastered the professional and personal balance yet. Please leave her alone." Blocked. He blocked me. And then he messaged the other nurse. And then he said, "I'm not friends with Sadie anymore. Her mom says I can't be friends with her." And I couldn't help but just laugh right the fuck out loud. Because, what are you doing, dude? I've been parasocial before, not gonna lie, but now I know what it feels like. And I would just like to say to a specific person from a specific YouTube channel and a specific Twitch channel that I may be a mod on, I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry that you had to deal with me like that. Actually, I wasn't that bad. I'm not a stalker. I just had a crush on him for a while. But there was a stalker of that channel that I had a one-on-one interaction with through like Discord and text messaging, and it's just, she sent me like thousands of files, and like, she ended up getting arrested. And I still have the mugshot somewhere. Yeah. I know you might be thinking about these like creators all the time, but guess what? They're not thinking about you. They don't give two flying farts. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. He like basically, this YouTube guy, he basically said like, "Hey, I'm not trying to be all business, but like, no. And I was like, okay, I cried the next day, and then I met. Speaking of the word gentleman, it's over. I'm done. 0 social media. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to send a fucking owl with a note to your house?" He never messaged me, and I was like, yeah, okay, you don't like me. And then I cried last night to my mother, because that's what I do. I get way too invested in men, and then they just disappoint me. Every time I am disappointed, because that is who I am. That is who I am. But yeah, so I'm going to be on the lookout. I'm just going to focus on myself for a while. We're going to be redoing the house. My mom just bought a shit ton of furniture for the living room. So we're going to be redoing the living room. We've got this old ratty couch and old ratty ottoman that we're getting rid of. Buying furniture, buying houses, getting an apartment in this economy, impossible. I do have to rake all of the animal hair off of the couch and the ottoman first. And we have to go through all of the stuff that's in there. 90% of it is old laptops. And I know I have a Bratz Dance Mat video game that I used to play when I was like 7. I know I have that in there. But yeah, it's like, I cried to my mother last night. It's like, I've convinced myself that I'm just gonna grow old and die alone. 22. Like, I don't want to wait till I'm 30 to have kids. I don't want to be dropping my kids off at school when I'm 45. I want to have kids in my 20s. But guess what? I only have 7 more years of that. I turn 23 next month. So I'm kind of panicking. I'm kind of having a little quarter life crisis right now. Also, there's an idea for a YouTube video coming up that I will be filming that soon because I'm redoing my brother's old room to make space. And then I'm going to have like a little pull-out couch in there that doubles as a bed in case I want to have a slumber party. Because, you know, I have so many friends. I have done nothing but constantly yap and talk for the past 16 minutes and 22 seconds. So that's how wrong the camera's been rolling. That's how wrong it's been rolling. But yeah, I'm going to get some weenies. Closest to a weenie that I'm gonna get, the one that I eat with ketchup and mustard. I don't feel like cooking. I don't have shit in the house because I go shopping. I don't throw stuff out the fridge, and I should. Also, I got a new work bag. I've been getting into taking bottles of Coke to work because we only have Pepsi products at our hospital. And come on, Pepsi's garbage compared to Coke. Pepsi is complete total garbage compared to Coke. Diet Pepsi's okay. Diet Coke is nasty. I don't know how y'all drink that. It's got to be either Diet Pepsi or a full sugar Coke. And trust me, I don't need that. I've been on metformin for 3 months and I have lost 14 pounds. Skinny. Also, I haven't been to the gym in a couple weeks. My mom was in the hospital. Another thing, my mom was in the hospital with gastroparesis. Secondary to, guessed it, GLP-1 inhibitor. Thank you, Rebelsis, for paralyzing my mom's stomach and making her nauseous and throw up. She struggles to walk around the house still. And it was maybe 3 weeks ago that she was discharged, but yeah. And it was a different hospital than the one I work at. They didn't have Purewicks, they didn't have commode liners, they didn't have, oh my gosh, they used plum pumps. Hey, I'm never working there. It's 2025. Get the commode liners, get the Purewicks. Come on, what kind of hospital doesn't have fucking Purewicks? The rooms are tiny. The beds suck. Typical, like, and I don't think my hospital's particularly fancy. I just think this one is broke. Because what kind of hospital doesn't have a Purewicks? Purewicks are a godsend. Praise the Purewick, unless they got diarrhea. And guess what else you should be getting into? Male Purewicks. Even though they don't work 90% of the time. Because, like, with male anatomy, I'm not sure how to work I'm not really sure how to, like, put on a male Purewick. Who keeps messaging me? I'm not really sure how to put on the male Purewick and, like, get it to stay and get it to actually work. And even female Purewicks are pretty, they're pretty touchy, but I'm a woman. I know what I'm doing. I also know how to put in a female Foley. I'm not gonna lie, I have failed a couple of times. Because sometimes that urethra just be hiding. That urethra just be hiding. And guess what? I've also failed at male Purewicks too. Male Purewicks. I've also failed at male Purewicks before. And that's purely a prostate issue, I feel like. If I had a coude, maybe. But with the regular 14 French or 16 French that we have, yeah. Not sure that's going to work for a man with BPH, let alone prostate cancer, because it's a cancer floor. That's right. For any men that might be watching and are into me, except for that guy from high school, because I'm not into you, and he started haha reacting and stuff to my stuff again. Just leave me alone. Take it in. This is the kind of ring I would want. If you were to propose to me, any takers? It's just, I don't know, go to the ATM. And then once I'm done, and I get the hot dogs and stuff, I'm gonna do a glizzy. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait until I get home for the glizzies. And I'm gonna do some curly fries and some Diet Pepsi. Or some Starry. Which Sprite, see, Coke products are just better. Sprite is so much better than Starry. And what happened to Sierra Mist? What happened to Sierra Mist? Damn, I've had a lot to say. I didn't mean guys. I haven't shut the fuck up in 22 minutes. 22 and a half minutes, I haven't shut the fuck up about one thing. I'm allowed to do that. This is my car. This is my phone. I'm allowed to. So shut up. Maybe you didn't say anything, but you're thinking it. This, you can thank Luther for this. And also, speaking of Luther, he's getting his nuts chopped off next week. And yes, I do fix my animals. If you don't, you're weird. Why do you want a dog humping all of your stuff? Alright, I'm gonna watch this back and hopefully calm myself a little bit, as I'm a little bit off the wall today. And I'm gonna read the messages probably my mother sent me. So, alright, love you.